Welcome back for second half highlights. And, Coach, we always talk about the honorary captain. We did that before the first half highlights. But we want to talk about somebody as we go towards the second half here who never played football but had kind of a profound effect on everything that is Ohio State.
There's no question. Jack Nicklaus is such a special part of our history. In fact, at the Skull Session, I happened to mention to Jack and the whole crowd that was there that our goal is to be like Jack Nicklaus. We want to be the best. Because he certainly is the best.
Well, the fifth person who is a non-band member ever to come out and dot the I's. So, you know, among the Bob Hopes of the world and people like that, it's a wonderful accolade for that.
And he loves Ohio State football. So he not only loves Columbus, Ohio, and Ohio State University, but he loves Ohio State football. And Woody Hayes was very special to him. And to be out there, I'm sure he had lots of things going through his mind. As he was out there dotting that I.
Yeah, he very practiced and very routine, just like Jack. He did the classy thing, and it was really well received by the crowd as well. As your Buckeyes are being received throughout this season and heading towards the second half as well. Minnesota, you know, your defense against Minnesota, working with the tempo within this game and handling how things are going, forcing Minnesota to play its hand, I mean, that has a good way of changing the balance.
Well, by stopping the run, our defense had them behind the count the whole time. And when our defense knows you're going to pass, you've got a problem because they can put pressure, and they did a good job.
Well, and Minnesota trailing as we go towards second half highlights here. So you know they've got to pass the ball just a little bit. Buckeye defense out on the field first, and Jay Richardson senses that pass is coming.
Oh, boy. He almost came up with that. Wouldn't that have been something if he'd have picked that off? But Jay keeps getting better and better, and here it's a third down pass situation. And again, Jay Richardson puts pressure, and Antonio Smith makes the big pick, and here we are in great field position.
Yeah, force that wobble up in the air. He makes the pick, and you get not just good field position, you get great field position. You get a chance here with Troy Smith. Don't forget he can run.
No, that's right. And, you know, he hasn't done as much of that because he hasn't had to, but he can run with the football. He had 40-some yards rushing and a touchdown there, and we've got to keep reminding people he's a pretty good runner.
Yeah, positive yards there. 21 yards for the touchdown. 24-0 to count here. Defense back on the field. Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman made a good play right there with a lot of speed. And again, we've stopped their run. And they have to go to the pass. They went to one of their standby passes that we rehearsed a lot against, and Jamari O'Neal comes up with the interception.
Well, that's a defensive back saying when the ball's in the air, it's mine.
It's mine. That's no question.
He jumps over the receiver to take that one away, and the Bucks back in business here. And Troy Smith this time looking downfield, pretty sharp.
Did
pass.
A good job. Finds Brian Hartline, who worked hard with the football, and that was on like 3rd and 20-some.
Yeah.
And then to come back in here to Antonio Pittman is going to find the end zone, and heck of a job by Antonio. And if he can keep getting better and better, he gives us a heck of a weapon.
Well, 32 yards on the pass to Hartline, another 13 for Pittman on a 1st and 10 there, the very next play, and it's 30-0. Don't like the PAT getting blocked there. As you get back on David. Big hit there on the line, no gain, and back on Beanie Wells back with the ball. Got to get him back in there?
Oh, I have to get him back in there, and look at him move the whole pile. I mean, Beanie's a very good running back, and he's just got to get better at hanging on to the ball, and you know, we're going to keep running him, and he's running through some tacklers there, and again, we need to have 3 good running backs to get ready to go down the stretch.
16 yards on that pickup, 17 yards complete to Hartline, a little bobble and a grab.
Yeah, heck of a job by him on that route and that first down conversion.
Back to the ground. Pittman in the backfield again. 11 yards on the pickup, and you're running downhill here against the Minnesota defense.
A little bit of a counteraction look, and Antonio got up over 100 yards, so took him out of the ball game and get the ball down there, and Beanie Wells into the end zone.
That makes it 37-0, and am I correct to this point, no punts in the ball game?
Gosh, you know what? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Okay.
No punts.
And I don't know what that guy was doing there throwing that ball left-handed, but our defense had pressure on him all day long, and they move it down and try to get their first down with a stretch-looking quarterback sneak, a little different style, and we got them stopped, and I thought our second group got in there and methodically moved the ball down the field. It was good to get Justin a couple throws. He nailed that one into Roy Hall for a first down on 3rd and long, and we come back and got the draw play to Chris Wells, and he finds a bunch of room here, and and these kids are moving the ball.
Yeah, tack a face mask onto that with the 11-yard run, and it's back through the air to Hartline again, 10 yards. You love seeing this late in the game with Justin Zwick at this point in his career.
No question. I mean, he needs to be ready to go, and he was 3 for 4. And there you see Beanie Wells breaking tackles and getting down there, and we were teasing him. He got a little bit tired, and so we had to let Justin score there, and it was good to get Justin Zwick in the end zone. He's a fifth-year senior that's meant a lot to our program, and getting him in the end zone is important.
Calls his own number there in a 44-0 win, and we see the goose egg up there. It hasn't happened since Northwestern 2003, so a great accomplishment for the defense to stick to it and be rewarded that way.
Well, there's no question. Our defense did what they had to do, prepared hard, looked at last year's film where we didn't do it quite as well, and they were adamant that they were going to have a better defensive performance, and now they got to get ready for a good Illini offensive team.
Offensively for you, is there a way that you could look at your sheet and pick the play that's going to go for a touchdown? This team looks like it can happen on any given play. You don't know where. Going to be a running day, going to be a passing day. You never know.
No, you really don't. Every play is engineered for success, and they've got 11 guys, so you're going to have to break one tackle, at times. But we want to be balanced. We want to be able to run, pass, screen, draw. We'd like to be able to do all the different things, and if we keep getting better at that. And today wasn't a day to throw it up there 35 or 40 times because of the wind, and I thought we made the good adjustments and got 500 yards, I think, or thereabouts, and it was a good performance.
At Buckeye Profile, Coach, we've got a guy who's caught a touchdown pass this season, not in this particular game, but he did catch a pass we talked about in that last drive. Roy Hall coming up next.